look at using a phpmyadmin to actually create some tables or a table and interact with it. Now, if you're using the Kingston University web server, what you'll do is you'll click on your database, okay, and then we're going to interact using the tabs. If you've installed MAMP on your local machine, you won't actually have a database to use. So the first thing you'll need to do is to actually create a database. Now, I've got some information that I'm going to just, some SQL I'm going to use later on. So either your database is going to look like that. That's the one that's been pre-created if we're using the university server. But if you're using MAMP on your own machine, then you'll actually need to create a database going forward to do the work. So I'm just going to create one called StudentDB. So I'll go into the Databases tab, and here I simply type in the name, whatever the name we're going to choose. I'm just going to use StudentDB with DB in capital letters, and I click on Create. And if we watch what happens over here, you should see that the database has now popped up in the column on the left. So I can click on here, and obviously currently there's nothing in it, so it's saying there are no tables. Now if we go into the SQL tab, so this is the point where you will create tables and insert some data either on MAMP on your local machine or on the Kingston University web server. So you'll go into the SQL tab. Now you can download this file, because the way I like to do it is I like to do this all through SQL, and we did SQL before. So I'm actually going to use the create table syntax. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a table called student, and it's going to have 3 fields inside it: KUID, last name and money. The first 2 are going to be characters, and the last one is just going to be an integer. So I can simply copy that, or you can type it in. We go into the SQL tab and we put it in there. And what will happen is when I click on go, it will actually run that SQL against the database server, which is running in the background, and hopefully create our table called student. There we go. And if you look over here, you can see it's actually created a table called student. And that student table is inside the StudentDB database. Now if I tap on there, you can see it pops up. There's nothing in it, but you can see the column names that have been created. There are no actual records in here currently. That's obviously the next step. What we can now do is let's insert a record. Now I've also got the SQL ready for this. Here's my insert SQL statement. So again, I go back to the SQL tab, and I can just delete the pre-existing SQL that's there, and I can insert my insert SQL statement. What this is going to do is it's going to insert a single record into my table. And I click go, and there we go. You see it says 1 row inserted. Now you can click on browse. What browse will do, and in fact you can see if you look here inside the interface, what browse is actually doing is it's running a select statement, and here's our result. We can have a look at the structure of the student table. Here's my student table with KUID, last name and money. Or we can run whatever SQL statements we like. So for example, we could just run something like this. We could go select star from student, like that, and then I can click go, and the result will run and be displayed inside the browser window. And we can do whatever we like in there. Inside that SQL tab, we can run multiple different select statements or insert statement or delete statements. We can do whatever we wish.